What's up, guys? Today we have a video with a diamond, high plat, low diamond Zenyatta player. And if you want to get your VOD reviewed like this, feel free to submit your VOD in the viewer VODs channel in my Discord. And all you have to do is leave the replay code, leave a bit of background info into the VOD, tell me some things you think you need work on, and yeah, that's basically it. Your VOD will be randomly selected, so if there's a bunch of submissions, your VOD might not be selected, but it's a free service, and I get free content out of it, and you get free coaching, so I think it's worth it. So yeah, this is a low diamond Zenyatta player who says, how are my transcendence usage and my positioning? I feel like they're my biggest weaknesses at the moment. And then he also says, feels like I have got hard stuck to high plat / low diamond. I've been there for almost a month now. I feel like this VOD is just a basic game of mine where I don't play exceptionally better than I usually do, but I'm not underperforming either, apart from my aim, which I think is pretty poor in this VOD. And if you're wondering why I sound kind of stuffy, it's because I'm a little bit sick, but nobody cares about the soy boy fucking Overwatch coach. Yeah, so, okay, let's just get into this. As Zenyatta, especially on a long map like this, Havana, it's pretty straightforward what you need to be doing. You want to be putting out pressure early. You want to be firing shots early. Cool stuff. You're up a man. I don't know. Okay, well, let's just go ahead. You're up a man now, so you pretty much just want to be firing at them, not shooting at walls and like admiring the architecture here. I don't know why you're backing up. It seems like you feel like you're gonna get pressured, or like dove on maybe. This isn't correct. So there's a lot of things I can see just from this, like here. So one thing is that you being back here leaves you isolated in case there was a dive, but there isn't, and you know there isn't because it's after 3:45, and after the first 15 seconds you can press tab and you can check what they're running on their team. Now, my issue with what you've been doing so far is that you've pretty much let this team go up here pretty much for free without having like any sort of like contribution, right? You've just been firing shots into walls and like backing up. Like right now, why isn't this Reinhardt discorded and then you're firing at him, or maybe this Echo who's diving onto one of your DPS, right? Who you could be harmony orbing right now. Right? Harmony, Discord, that's how you win games. That's how Zenyatta controls angles, basically. Zenyatta controls angles by just being... By existing in those areas with this Harmony and his Discord. Right? Right here, you're non-existent. You're just kind of hoping that your Hanzo lands the shots, which he does, which is good. But I don't see the reason why you need to be back here and just like firing shots when it's like you could be so much further up. Like I think you could potentially be like up here, like way earlier before these guys even get here. So I'd say like around here. You just drop down from the high ground, come down here, and just fire, right? You'll be farming ult charge, you'll be breaking shield. You'll be leaving. The thing is that in this position, you'll be in a position where you'll be firing shots with intent, right? You'll actually be like aiming your shots. A lot of things that a lot of times Zenyatta's players will say things like, "Oh, Zenyatta's just RNG of whether or not you're gonna land the headshots. You just spam down a choke and hope for the best." No, you want to put yourself into a position where you can actually like intentionally land those shots. So if you're saying that your aim is an issue, I can't really comment much on your aim if you're not really giving yourself opportunities to actually, like, well, fucking fire shots at people. Because right now you're just kind of charging and firing at red. And it's like, none of these shots have any sort of, like, you can't see clearly what's going on here. There's just a bunch of shit in your face. Like there's the critical signs in front of you. There's the cart. There's like just a bunch of red in front of you, just firing at what's red. So of course your aim isn't going to be good. Luckily you're fine. It seems like your teammates. I mean, you already gotten like 2 picks early on, so it's not like you're gonna lose this just yet. But I don't. Again, I don't understand why you can't just be like right here, right? And then you can like move towards here, Discord, bang bang, death. Just shit on this person, this thing that randomly ended up in your game and is like feeding their brains out. They should be dead, but they're not because you're back here holding your tummy. You're charging. Oh, my tummy hurt. Oh. Okay, enough of that. This sucks. Anyways, yeah, like you need to be further up. You need to be like, if you put a GM Zenyatta in a game like this, this isn't the way that they would play. Like this is just like really sad. You're landing shots, and that's like the lucky shots kind of. That's like that was kind of in your range, right? That was like just on the edge of the range of which Zenyatta is just like, okay, like none of these shots are gonna land reliably because I'm just like such at a far distance. That's like just out of the range, but I think you could be like the idea is that there should be consistently more people dead here, and you should just be like just murdering these people, and you should be probably having a bit more. Like if you built 78% ult charge now, I guarantee you could have transcendence right now as well, right? And it's those kind of margins that are important when you're trying to climb. So now, again, hold the corner. That's right in front of you. That doesn't seem like you're gonna. You're just wasting shots at nothing. Fire. Don't give up the position. Just, like, you can fire and then just take cover. You're fine. You have Transcendence. You're good. Right? But it's like, do you see how there's such long periods of where you're just not firing at shit? It sucks. This isn't good. I don't know what that right click was, and I don't know what this trance was. As for the trance, I think you probably could have tranced a bit earlier to save the Hanzo, but the thing is this. I think the reason you hesitated on your trance is because a lot of the times when people, especially at lower ranks, they're too caught up in the team aspect of this game, when it's like it's really just much more beneficial to just be a prick and just like play for yourself and play greedy. A lot of the times Zenyatta's trance is just better to use like if a tank is going critical and you think you can save them and like relieve some pressure from your team. That's honestly a good usage of trance. The reason why I say tanks and not necessarily DPS or like supports is because they die a lot quicker, and it's like a much finer margin of error. Or I guess would it be wider margin of error? I don't know. Whatever. The idea is that there's more of a chance for you to mess it up, right? So it's not like something reliable, but if you think that you can do it and you see it's happening, then you could try to go for it. That's fine. I think you could have gone for this chance earlier, but I think the bigger issue is that you let this team walk this far forward to begin with, and then that made you that put you in a position where your Mercy and your Hanzo both died. The point, the single best way to actually prevent pressure from your team, or to actually keep your team's health high, is by just fucking the enemy up, just killing them. If they're not there, how are they going to kill your team, right? And there's so many opportunities where you could be killing the enemy team, or just like even just making them waste resources before they even get to your team, but you're just simply not doing those things, and you're just kind of getting like rolled over now with like ultimates. Well, no, they only use like, yeah, they use 2 ultimates, but whatever. And like you were down 2 people, but you still tranced, and that's kind of just like dumb in general, but you could see that in hindsight. I'm pretty sure on your own, so I didn't want to like sit there and nag at you about it. But yeah, so I think the biggest issue here is that you're just like kind of letting people take ground like a baby. Poo poo funny pee pee. Haha. Yeah. This is better, right? You're within range. You don't necessarily need to be above the enemy, like here or anything. Where I say that you need to get closer, you don't necessarily need to, unless you want to like look for a pick in the back line. You could, like, when the enemy team is pushing in through here. But the one thing is that it leaves you exposed to like getting jumped on, or like just like by specifically the Echo. That's like pretty much the only person that's gonna jump on you in their team. The one thing is that the further down you have to aim, or up you have to aim, with especially with projectiles, it makes it kind of aids to like actually hit the shots. So it's like it's kind of not really necessary. I think the position you're in is fine. Yeah, just make sure that you don't give up this ground now that they've backed off. You don't really need to give up this ground like at all. Alright, so you're firing. This is good. Get the kills. Get the kills. Go, 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 go. You're being pressured. You're backing off. This is fine. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, so you don't need to be firing right clicks here. The person hasn't left your line of sight and you haven't left theirs. Just left click. Just kill them quicker. There's like no real reason for like... Oh, well, I guess they have left your line of sight. Or you've left their line of sight because they're not looking at you. But that's not what I mean. I mean, like, they haven't left your line of sight. Right, so you might as well just left click them instead of charge up right clicks and then potentially miss an opportunity. It's much more reliable to just like land the left clicks and that's it. But good job, you got the kill. Harm the orb to Zarya, good job. Mercy's dead, unfortunate. Here's some Mercy coaching for anybody watching. Don't fucking do what that person did. Don't spam Guardian Angel. Because shit like that happens even though it's on like a 2-second cooldown. Don't spam it. So you're spamming right, you're firing right now into a shield when there are no shield here. Good, bad, right? Because look, taking ground, doing damage, but then they just use bubble and they've taken this ground. That's it. You had a Discord on them. I don't know why you couldn't have fired at them, and then the Zarya would have pushed with you on that. But instead, she took way too much pressure. That's where it's like your priorities are a bit backwards here. Just make shit easy for yourself. Fire at the people who don't have the shield, right? And again, you're backing off. Like none of what you're firing here is like preventing any sort of ground or like does it have like any sort of intentional aim. You're just firing down a choke and hoping it lands like 40 headshots and you end up on fresh nuts or whatever the fuck it is now. What is it? Noob Hunter? Yeah. Just fucking stand up here. You were here. Move here. And stay here. That's it. You don't need to do anything else. You don't need to worry about that Ryan. He's not going to do anything to you. If he decides to pin like a maniac, just back off. But it's like, look, free shots. These are all free. This Moira could be dead. Anybody could be dead right now, right? But instead you're choosing to back off, right? Look, she's literally standing in front of the cart with a Discord on her temporarily. She's standing on top of the cart. Still hasn't taken cover. She's jumping. Easy shots. These are predictable movements. And it's like you're just not... She used Fade, right? And you're back here, right? Again, there's no pressure towards you, right? And even if there was, right? If you get zapped, you have... I don't know how much fucking shields, right? And it's like... You take that damage, and then you just take cover. Nothing's going to happen. You just take cover, right? And then your Zarya is going to end up pushing up forward because you actually did something. And you're gonna relieve pressure off your team, and they're not going to move the card as much. That's it. These are free kills. But it's like you're simply not letting yourself see them. You're just back here. Again, You're holding your stummy. You're holding your little tummy wummy, charging up shots. Let me see.
Oh, my tummy. Oh, oh. Oh, I'm holding up shots. Oh, I'm charging up. Oh.
I'm gonna let out a big burp. You're gonna let out a big burp. Look. Little burp. Nice. Really cool. This coaching sucks. I don't know why anybody watches this.